So, in a prior video, we talked about how the banks make money every time you use a credit card, and we ended on the question, well, what are we supposed to do when we live in a society that is set up for credit and not really for cash? Well, we need to use credit smart. Find ways to outsmart the bank. Hi, I'm Chizabel. This is the Bassworld Lab. Welcome, welcome. And today we're going to be talking about ways to outsmart the banks. Let's start with always paying the statement balance, not just the minimum. When you pay the minimum, they make money on the interest that is left over and it continues to build, which is why on a $500 purchase, at the end of it, if you're only paying the minimum balance, you might end up paying $1,500, literally triple the amount of the original purchase. What that means is you need to make sure that you spend what you are able to pay off. If you are still starting out with credit, keep that in mind. Always use the amount of money you can pay off. Of course, there are emergencies and so on. And sometimes you have spent more than you are able to pay off. Pay off as much as you can and continue to work towards paying down that balance so that the amount of interest that accumulates is not a lot. Remember, use no more than 30% of your credit limit per card. Hopefully, you don't have a lot of cards. Some of us that are out there with 10, 15, 6, 5 credit cards, that is a lot. If you do not own a business, you should not have more than 2 cards, three maximum. That should be enough. Any more than that is actually detrimental to your credit score. Go take a look at one of my videos on my credit playlist to find out more about your credit score and how it is calculated and how having too many credit cards can be detrimental to your credit score. When you receive offers and marketing emails, turn them down. If they come in the snail mail, throw them away. Do not entertain the thoughts of these offers and too good to be true offers that the credit cards companies send you either by mail, by snail mail, or by email. When you get those, turn them off. You need to know the interest rates on each of your cards. Is it 10%? Is it 15%? Is it 25%? It will help you when you are choosing a card to spend on. For example, I will tell you that of my two credit cards, I only have two, one for my business and one for personal. Well, it doesn't apply because I only have the one card I use for both business and personal. But once upon a time, when I had more than one credit card, my credit card with the largest interest rate was only for emergency purposes because I knew the interest on that card would accumulate the fastest compared to the card with a lower interest rate. So it is very important that you know the interest rate on each of your cards so that you are able to not only know the card to spend money on, but also to prioritize which cards you want to pay off faster. Use credit cards for planned purchases only, my brothers and sisters who are emotional shoppers. You want to cut that off. If you must emotional shop, shop with cash. If you cannot afford cash, you do not need it. And I say my fellow brothers and sisters because I'm a bit of an emotional shopper as well. But I have learned, for example, when it comes to online purchasing, it can be very easy to just click buy. And so I've made it a rule with myself whenever I start feeling like I need retail therapy, I go through the different sites and browse and I'm tossing stuff in the shopping cart. But I do not click order until a week is almost gone. If at the end of the week or at the end of 6 to 7 days, I still feel like getting those items, I really do go ahead and get them. And I find that if I wait for a period of time, by the time my emotions settle and I go back to the shopping cart, 90 to 95% of what I've put in there needs to go. When you're feeling emotional and you need to engage in retail therapy, especially when it is online, be careful not to order while you are still at the height of your emotions. Okay. And then we have rewards. You want to redeem your rewards as quickly as possible. You don't want to hoard them. And that is because points lose value over time. If in a credit card rewards system, 1 point could be $10 today, but by the end of the year, that 1 point could be $8 or $7. So do not hoard your points. Make sure you use them and redeem them as often as you can. Set up alerts for due dates and large transactions. Use a bank app or budgeting app to stay in control. Use alerts to help you avoid late fees. Monitor fraud so that you can spot over limits when you're over limit purchasing or spending or usage early. Something else you could do is call your credit card companies and have them adjust the due dates. So again, when I used to have a period of time when I had a lot of credit cards and debts that needed paying down, what I did was I called each card to have the due dates be around the same time. It made it easier for me to just set up a reminder, a recurring reminder to myself. Let's say, for example, between the 10th and the 12th of each month to go in and pay all the credit cards at the same time. I mean, on the same date. So that I'm not having to remember throughout the month to go pay a card. And if you have cards you are not using, freeze the cards. Don't close them, freeze them because again, if you close too many credit cards, that can negatively affect your credit score. Just freeze the cards and this protects your score while preventing accidental charges or identity theft. So you can, if your credit card does not allow you to do it on an app or on their website, you can give them a call and have them freeze the card for you. I will end on this note. Be smart when you use credit. Use it to your advantage, use it for emergency purposes, but don't be frivolous with it. Using credit unwisely can actually hurt your credit score and your finances. If you've learned or picked up something, please share with someone who can benefit from it. Like the video, it is truly appreciated. Go forth, go do well, create wealth fearlessly, and I will catch you on the next video.